Hi, I'm Mark Bailey from Meetings Club, trusted online venue reviews for conference, meeting and event organisers. Welcome along to the Meetings Club channel. Well, he's back. Matthew Want, of course, Executive Assistant to Lucy Brazier, who's the editor of the internationally renowned Executive Secretary magazine. Hi, Matt, how are you today?
Hi, Mark. I'm great. Thank you for having me back. It's a privilege to be back with you and doing another interview like this.
Well, thanks very much indeed. We've had some great feedback, Matt, following your last appearance on the Meetings Club channel. Today, it's all about your top 3 tips for EAs and PAs, really to help them be the best that they can be. So what's your first top tip then, Matt?
I would say one of the main things is be yourself. There are so many people you see, not necessarily just in this industry, but in industries who try to put on a persona or something to impress people. And more nowadays, especially with social media and things like that, people are starting to see through that thing. So just be yourself, be who you are. You know, obviously, you need to stay to a level of professionalism throughout. I completely understand that. But, you know, have a laugh, have a joke. Don't change who or how you are for other people.
What was your second top tip?
Definitely learn from your network. If one thing I didn't really understand when I first started in this industry those years ago is how important a network is. I'm fortunate enough to have built up contacts all around the world, and wherever I go, I'm lucky enough to be able to touch base with them and meet up with them. It's a great network, and it's not just to meet up with people, it's also to learn from people. You know, there's always someone who you speak to who has a strength that you may not have, or vice versa. And it's great. You never know who you're going to bump into, who you're going to speak to, and when you might be able to use those skills that they have, or that they know someone who may have.
And that can be both online and face-to-face, really, I guess.
Definitely, I think online networks are becoming a lot stronger than they used to be. And we have people coming, as I'm sure you noticed when you came to London a few weeks ago. We had people who had been speaking for, I think, 5-6 years, and they'd never actually met until they were in that room together. So there were people there that I obviously connected with on. There was a lady who came from the States who I'd been speaking with on Facebook or whatever, and I hadn't met her. And I think we've been connected for about 5-6 years. And she knew all about me, and I knew all about her, and it was weird. It was like we met before, but we hadn't, if that makes sense.
And finally, your third top tip for EAs and PAs around the world?
Trusting yourself. You know, that's a big thing that a lot of assistants don't do, is have the trust or the belief in themselves. You know, we run the businesses. We are the gears for businesses. Without us, you just think commerce would not function the way that it does. You're in this job for a reason, and your boss believes in you. Don't bring yourself down. And I'm guilty of it as well. I hold my hands up. As assistants, we have that self-doubt in our minds all the time. And you think, for example, a couple of years ago when I first started working as Lucy's assistant full-time, she traveled 41 countries and did 170 events in 1 year. And she didn't end up in the wrong place once. And it wasn't until I just got so used to doing them that it wasn't until afterwards, when I stopped at the end of the year, someone goes, "Oh, you must be quite good at doing travel." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I must be." You know, you don't really think about these things. So don't have the self-doubt. Believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself and you believe that others believe in you, you'll be able to just see how much more you can achieve, not just within your role, but within yourself as well.
Thanks again so much for your time today, Matt.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me, Mark.
And don't forget to check out the Executive Secretary website, which is executivesecretary.com. Thanks for watching the Meetings Club channel.